my god, what a fucking banger. Why'd you guys have to go and change it? I know, what the fuck am I doing covering a tiny segment of a podcast episode that came out almost 2 years ago? Well, just like my Flash video, this is something that's been on my mind since the piece of media's release. Or as you Zoomers like to call it, living in my head rent-free. Shitty fucking deflection to avoid criticism, by the way. And because I still cannot find any videos focusing on these moments that I have big issues with, I decided to do it myself. So I know this is kinda low-hanging fruit since Kayo's known for having odd or misinformed takes. I actually haven't listened to the podcast in a really long time, so maybe he's changed by now. But he gets so much wrong when talking about Daredevil and the Punisher in episode 112.
So there's something about this show that I've never seen with any other show, which is that the main character is the least interesting character in his own show. The Daredevil is a boring douche, and everybody else is interesting. Everybody besides this guy, his sidekicks, the bad guys.
Given that interest and entertainment are subjective measures, Kayo's free to feel this way about the character. But I am a man of reason, so let's hear if he has a reason for feeling this way that can give me a perspective from where he's coming from.
His sidekicks, the bad guys, they all have backgrounds. They all get their background stories. You guys know the Kingpin, right? You kind of get pissed off once they cut back to Daredevil fighting some generic bad guys, and it's just dumb.
So his first reason is the side characters and bad guys all have background stories. So I'm guessing he wishes Daredevil got the same treatment? But wait, doesn't he get tons of backstory too?
Your boy, he pushed me out of the way. He saved my life.
I can't see!
He's pounding Murdock's head, and Murdock isn't even defending himself. Battling Jack Murdock loses to a TKO in the 10th.
Hey, anybody who's got the guts to step into that ring deserves respect. Don't you ever forget that.
Even when you get knocked down, you can still win.
It ain't how you hit the mat.
It's how you get up. That's right. Hey, you wait. Couple months, you're gonna be reading Braille faster than I read normal.
I already read Braille faster.
Yeah.
This could do a lot of good for your boy. What else you gonna leave him when you're gone?
I go down in the 5th.
Hey, that wasn't so hard.
We're Murdochs. We get hit a lot.
Yeah. Guess we do.
But we get up. Right, Dad?
I don't know how this is gonna go, but if I were a betting man, Maddie's gonna need you. He's a good kid. He sure as hell didn't get that from me.
Battling Jack Murdock has defeated Cross
Yeah! Daddy! Daddy!
They think you're getting worse. You're getting stronger. Let's get started. Smart don't come out of books, kid. Smart is making the right decision at the right time.
It's my fault! It's my fault! I killed him!
Killed who?
My dad! They made him to lose against Creel, but I wanted him to win. So he did because of me.
Maybe your old man fought for you, maybe he did it for himself. The only thing you know for sure is he's gone now. Time to stop taking a beating and start giving one. You have to control your feelings.
I have something for you. It's a bracelet from the wrapper on the ice cream you got me when we first met.
Your training is over. I expected too much of you.
Oh, you're my roomie.
Matt Murdock.
Foggy Nelson.
Oh God, we should be studying.
You're gonna graduate summa cum laude. You can take a night off, you nerd. Whatever happened to her? She was smoking.
Oh man, it didn't work out.
When does it ever with you, buddy? You'd be proud of you, buddy.
Thanks, man. All he ever wanted was for me to use my head, not my fist. Not like him.
Me and you, pal. We're gonna do this. They're gonna offer us the job. No more interning in a broom closet. Come on, Mother Teresa, let's go save the world.
Hey. I realized how many sirens there actually were. How much this city suffered every single night. Right after we quit Lamon and Zach, I heard it. A little girl, crying in her bed in a building down the block. Her father liked to go to her room late at night. But the mom, she wouldn't believe it. Said it wasn't true. Law couldn't do anything to help that little girl. But I could. You touch your daughter again, and I will know. There is no one I'd rather be doing this with, buddy.
Me too, pal. Nelson and Murdock, attorneys at law.
Nelson and Murdock.
He continues to get more even in season 3.
But you're gonna have to deal with your anger, Matthew. Find a way to harness it, or it will destroy you.
I do pray. I pray all the time. I've been praying for years. God doesn't talk to me.
Maggie, what is wrong with you?
The fuck were you doing during these scenes? Remember, Kaya never argued that the villains' backstories were handled or written better or anything along those lines. He simply goes on to stating that the other characters actually had backstories. So far, I have no idea what his argument is.
The Daredevil is such a douche, and he's the worst friend I've ever fucking seen any sort of media. He always fucks his friends over all the damn time.
So Kaya is once again stating something he observed in the show, but never bothers to explain why this makes Daredevil boring or uninteresting. But he brings this up again later, so I'll talk about that later.
I would rather watch a show about Wilson Fisk, and you somehow get the impression that the writers would as well, because they spend entire episodes developing their backstories.
Again, it seems like he's annoyed that the other characters get ample backstories, but Daredevil doesn't, and I've debunked that claim. But congratulations, Kaya. You just explained one of the beauties of the TV medium for superhero storytelling.
Okay, just to quickly finish why Daredevil is a douche. His friends, his best friends, think he's dead for a year. He comes back, reveals that he's alive, and he tells them, I just came back to tell you that I'm dead to you. Don't come looking for me. You douche. And
What a dick!
The only reason I came here was to warn you, Karen. But Fisk is out and you're both in danger. I'm going after him, Foggy. I'm gonna find a way to bring Fisk down. But I can only do that if I know that you and Karen are safe. You and Karen trying to fight Fisk in some way. I'm telling you, I need you to stay out of it and leave it to me. Stay clear of Fisk. Tell Karen to do the same.
Reveals that he's alive and he tells them, I just came back to tell you that I'm dead to you.
Liar!
His friends rightfully ask, why the fuck did you come back just to tell us that you're dead to us, that we shouldn't come look for you? And he lies and lies.
Ironic.
And goes on, and then we find out that he was lying. In fact, he only came back to steal his friend's wallet. He needed his ID to break into a prison or something, but he is such a douchebag.
Can you explain why this damages the show or the character's quality to you? I'm not saying there's no argument that it doesn't, but I want to hear it. Is it out of character for Matt? Does it completely contradict something shown previously? Are there logical inconsistencies to his actions with no explanation? It's made clear at the beginning of season 3 that he's done. Done with juggling being Matt Murdock and Daredevil, done with trying to be just Matt Murdock, and done believing that God had anything to do with his business. He now believes that his one true purpose in life is to be Daredevil or die trying. The fact that everyone thinks he's dead is his perfect clean slate. No more friends because they will always be in danger as long as he's Daredevil. He's operating completely alone now. When it's announced that Fisk was released from prison, things get worse for him. Fisk was able to manipulate the police into protecting him in season 1, able to get protection inside of prison in season 2, and now he has the FBI protecting him in a penthouse. The law is no longer reliable to Matt, and this is his one bad day. He will do anything to stop Fisk from ever loopholing his way out of prison again.
Sometimes you and I have to hurt one person to save another.
Not only is he attempting to keep Foggy and Karen out of harm's way, but he's also pushing away anyone who could prevent him from killing Fisk. So yeah, it makes sense to me that he doesn't tell Foggy his plan and steals his ID to be able to speak to the one man who can get him closer to Fisk. I agree he's a douche, but his decisions seem to be in line with his character at this point in the story and the context of the series, so it doesn't piss me off.
So Matt is like, yeah, we need to take the Punisher's legal case. We gotta represent him in court. Now keep in mind, the Punisher's case is a big deal. It's like representing Charles Manson. He's a serial killer, right? So he convinces his friends to take the legal case, and then he doesn't do anything. He doesn't show up to the court, and every single time he promises his friends, like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna do the work, and I'm gonna do the introductory talk, the speech, and he doesn't show up. He's such an asshole. I'm sorry to rant about the
Is he busy doing
Daredevil.
other things like fighting
Yeah,
villains during that time?
You can call it fighting, but he's really busy hanging out with his ex. That's it.
Oof.
Yeah, that's it. It's not like there was an entire second plot about the Yakuza and the Hand with Stick and Elektra getting all up in Matt's business to join the fight. This isn't a new concept, Kaya. A superhero being torn between two lifestyles and damaging their relationships as a result is a classic secret identity struggle.
Come to see the show.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. No one will be seated after the doors are closed.
Miss Watson, she's a friend of mine. She asked me to come.
But not to come late.
I was on my way to your show. I really was planning on it all day. I know you predicted I'd disappoint you.
Bingo. Where were you?
I was out.
Did you get the eggs?
Nope, forgot the eggs. I'm gonna get them now.
No, you most certainly will not. Take off the damn hood and look at me. Where do you go? Who does this to you?
Please go to sleep, Aunt May.
I can't sleep. Don't you understand? I can't sleep.
Now you gotta...
Peter, is that you? Oh, hey, Liz. You freak. You are so lucky we won. You know, I want to be mad, but I'm more worried. Like, what is going on with you?
Gotta go. I'm sorry. You don't deserve this.
Hi, Peter. Whatever's going on with you, I hope you figure it out.
When he's introduced in Daredevil Season 2, he has this awesome moment in court where he goes, I killed those maggots because I liked it. Hell, I fucking loved it, right? He has this meltdown in court, which is because of Daredevil again, because Daredevil taunts him like a dumbass and fucks it up, but...
No, he doesn't. I know you're too busy daydreaming of having John Bernthal's cock in your ass, Kaya, but pay attention to the damn show. Sure, he taunts him, but that's not why the Punisher says that. There is a little detail you completely missed.
I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again, and you...
If that was too subtle for you, it's made blatantly clear he fucks his own trial on purpose in the scene where he meets Fisk.
I see you got my message.
What the fuck did you think he meant by this?
We spent a whole season in Daredevil about how the Punisher needs to stop killing people, which is fine because they're so... The contrast is that the Daredevil never kills anybody, right? He will not ever shut the fuck up about how virtuous he is for not killing anybody, which, again, such a self-satisfied smug piece of shit.
I don't do this to hurt people.
Yeah, so what is that, just a job perk?
I don't kill anyone.
Is that why you think you're better than me?
No.
Is that why you think you're a big hero?
It doesn't matter what I think or what I am. People don't have to die.
But then, that's not what people like me tune into the Punisher for.
We spend a whole season on Daredevil, but that's not what people like me tune into the Punisher for. It's Daredevil's show, you moron, and the protagonist's values, morals, and faith prevent him from crossing the line. When a character who's the exact opposite of him is introduced, of course the ethics are going to be discussed among characters.
That's not what I want to hear when I watch the Punisher, is side characters berating him for being the Punisher. That's why you watch him. He kills people.
Well, I am so sorry that you wanted every single character to simply accept the Punisher's law-breaking actions, Kaya, but unfortunately, that would never happen in real life. You're complaining about everyone opposing the Punisher, so you haven't been paying attention yet again.
Can you state for the court any pre-existing opinion, any at all, that you may hold for the defendant, Frank Castle?
Hero. That's what we should be calling him. Doing the things the cops won't do.
If you ask me, people like Frank Castle ought to be
applauded for putting all the thieves and muggers and rapists in the morgue where they belong.
It's like the only thing protecting us is Frank. I can understand why why anyone would seek vengeance for something after losing it the way that...
No. That's not the same. Vengeance is not justice. What he's doing is completely wrong.
But right or wrong, you can't deny that it works.
You really believe that?
I don't know. No. Maybe.
So yeah, horrible segment of the podcast. It really sucks that he straight up lies to his co-host and audience who haven't seen the show, and it's pathetic that he doesn't pay enough attention to see the bigger picture. I am sure he was looking for any excuse to hate Murdock because he doesn't kill freely like his idol.
He's a big fat ass. He's really bald and really fat and just...
How can anyone possibly hate Andrew?